Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl TK, and I am at home vlogging, darling. And I decided to get online real quick and speak to you guys about Miss Bernice King. Now, if you guys don't know, Bernice is the youngest daughter of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And of course, you should know that Martin Luther King, he was a civil rights activist, and he was just a man for change, and I'm definitely here for it. Now, one of the things that I want you guys to note here is that I was basically scrolling through online. Right now, it's really late here, and I've been doing a lot of research, and in between doing research and listening to music, I saw this article and I thought it was very interesting. But what I thought was more interesting is that Miss Bernice King, she has like some type of connections with the Trump administration, you know, and I thought, hey, this is a really interesting article to be looking at right now, especially with Trump going through all of these indictments, just to see that Miss Bernice King is have some type of connection with him and some mannerism is definitely interesting. So I'm going to read this article to you, and it's coming from blackenterprise.com. Okay, that's number one. And number two, I'm going to tell you the name of this article. It says here that Bernice King, investor in Holladay Bank and Trust, first black-owned minority depository institution. Now, another thing that I found very interesting is that I'm just seeing this article, okay? This article came out March 7th, and we're in August. So that's March, April, May, June, July, August. 5 months ago, this article came out, and I am just seeing this article. So that just lets you know that, you know, I'm trying to keep up with what's going on in the news. I am trying to keep up with what's going on in the news. Hopefully I say it that correctly without stuttering. But at times, shit, life happens. So since I'm just seeing this, maybe this will be the first time that you're seeing this as well. So I'm going to read it, okay? And here it goes. It says here, a black investor group will purchase Holladay Bank and Trust. The first time a commercial bank will be a black-owned minority depository institution. According to The Hill, the Redemption Holding Company will buy the Utah-based bank. The Hill added that the United States only had 50 black-owned banks in 1976. In 2022, only 16 black-owned banks remained. Oh my gosh. So in 1976, when times were difficult, you know what I'm saying? Especially for blacks, you know, with the rights, and we're fighting for voter rights and stuff, they had more banks. But in 2022, there are less black-owned banks. That's a horror story. What is really going out here in these streets? We need more diversity, you know, in the banking system. So this is really good for her. Now, this is when it gets really interesting for me. It says here that Ashley Bell, a former Trump advisor and small business administrator, will serve as RHC's executive chairman and chief executive officer. I found that very interesting that, you know, Miss, what is it? What's her name? I want to make sure I'm saying it correctly. Miss Bernice King, excuse me. Again, it's really late here right now. But it's really interesting that Miss Bernice King has ties to the Trump administration through Ashley Bell. Because honestly, when I think about Donald Trump, I'm thinking about his abuse of power, you know, January 6th insurrection, and him storming the U.S. Capitol. And just to see that, Miss Bernice King is having some type of ties to the Trump administration, to me, that appears to be a thriller, especially when Ashley Bell basically served right under, she was an advisor for Trump, like a fudging advisor, you know. No, absolutely not. I just cannot see it happening unless she had a life story that I just could not see that happening. No, ma'am. And I don't know who Ashley Bell is, but if you're going to be an advisor of Trump and you're supposed to be a person who stands with change, you know, civil rights for minorities, I just don't see her standing with Ashley Bell. But then again, me and her are two different people, and maybe there was a story behind Ashley Bell. Now, it goes on to say here that black banks make the American dream possible for all Americans by deploying deploying resources that uniquely addresses the financial realities of communities that have been systematically excluded, overcharged, and undercapitalized for hundreds of years. Bell said in a statement, according to The Hill. Redemption will serve as a lifetime to the next wave of Black and brown first-time home buyers and small business entrepreneurs across the country, Bell added. Lawyer Bernice King, Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter, is an investor in the bank, as well as the retired NFL player Donnie Jones. King and Jones will serve on the bank's advisory board, The Hill reported. Anyhow, this article goes on, but if you're interested in what this article is stating, I absolutely think you should check out blackenterprises.com. But I just wanted you guys to note here that Miss Bernice King is doing major things out here. And she is definitely supporting Donald Trump in some mannerism. Or maybe just, I don't know. It's just really interesting. This appears to be a thriller. Anyhow, with that being noted, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if so, like, comment, and subscribe. Please keep those notifications on. Let me know that you are online, okay? It is so imperative. It is so important. Peace, love, and happiness, guys. Stay safe, stay blessed. Follow laws, rules, regulations, policies, and procedures, because you don't know when, where, and or how it might impact you. Bye, guys.